Hola a todos. Hay fotógrafos a los que se les conoce por su estilo, por su foto. Son aquellos en los que piensas cuando ves una foto y de repente dices o es de este fotógrafo o de alguien intentando imitarle. Uno de estos fotógrafos es el australiano Peter Coulson. Su estilo es tan definido y claro que es fácil reconocer sus blancos y negros o su forma de iluminar en cuanto la ves. Hoy voy a explicaros cómo... Peter Coulson es uno de los mejores gestores de modelos que yo conozco. Es capaz de sacar el máximo de las modelos que posan para él y consigue resultados increíbles que transmiten con muy poco esfuerzo y muy poco material. Si tuviese que destacar algo de su fotografía es cómo retrata a la mujer y la empodera, pero además lo fácil que lo hace. Peter es embajador de Hasselblad y trabaja con cámaras de medio formato, pero los resultados se pueden obtener con cualquier equipo. La foto más característica de Peter, para mí, es cuando sienta a sus modelos con los pantalones rasgados hechos por él en un ciclorama blanco. Una imagen tremendamente simple en el mejor sentido de la palabra. Hoy le he pedido a Peter que nos haga esa foto y nos explique los puntos importantes. Para eso contamos con Ana, una modelo sevillana muy joven y de la que oiréis hablar en un futuro, ya que su naturalidad delante de la cámara no es normal a su edad. Os dejo el Instagram de Ana por aquí debajo por si queréis ver más de su trabajo. Peter cuenta con una plataforma online llamada Inspired by Peter Coulson. En esta plataforma, Peter publica tutoriales constantemente y por una reducida cuota mensual o anual podéis acceder a todo el contenido y extras como conexiones en directo con sus sesiones de fotos. Echarle un vistazo porque no tiene desperdicio. Además, si aprovecháis este cupón tendréis un 20% de descuento. Bien, esta es la foto que vamos a hacer. Como podéis ver, es una foto súper simple pero súper efectiva y además transmite en todos los sentidos. So Peter, this is one of your most iconic images. Do you mind walking us through the lighting and the important elements of it?
Yes, that's fine. So to start with, what I set up is just one single light to keep it simple, and I can control the whole picture based on this one light. So the first thing I want to do is I'll tilt the light this way and this way towards the back to decide if I want more light on the wall or more light on the floor. Then I've already set this a little bit off center. If I want to have more contrast, I will shoot that way on her. And if I want less contrast, I come around this way. So the first thing I'm going to do is maybe set up an exposure. So once I've got an exposure, the first thing I've got my overexposure warning checked to make sure nothing's going overexposed. So you'll see if I had a little bit more light on that warning starts coming in.
Yeah, cool.
So this is preset to the exposure I want. Now I do what I call toning the picture, so making the picture mine. So the very first thing, I'm just going to make it grayscale, and I'm going to go green channel because I like what green channel does to her skin. Although I could go blue channel with her, she's going to go much darker skin, but then I can desaturate it a little bit.
Cool.
And it gets that really, in fact that looks really nice on her. Gives that nice chromey feel. Then next thing is just come up here. I want to throw a little bit more contrast on this. And I'm just starting to lose my blacks in her hair, so I'm just going to bring some shadow fill, and it's also going to slightly halo her. And that's part of my look. It's the old film halo look.
Definitely. It looks like one of your pictures already.
I am going to pull a little bit of a curve off it, just a bit to get that more chromey just by pulling at the top. I'm going to bring a little bit more shadow fill in, and that's popped up as a really nice area to start.
Really nice. And you always work with focus directly?
When I'm shooting with Hasselblad, yes.
Of course.
So it's the only program I can tether my Hasselblad with, and it is so much easier to work from the screen than the back of a camera. The one thing I will point out, because it's really important, you'll notice that sharpening is on 0 and is unticked. I never sharpen.
Never sharpen. Just using good lenses.
Not even that. We don't want to sharpen that skin.
Okay.
Skin isn't supposed to be sharpened.
Cool. That's an interesting point.
So now it's just a matter of me now fine-tuning the picture with light. I fine-tuned it with the program to the feel I want, and I need to decide, do I want the background, this wall area lighter, or do I want the wall area darker? So now that I've got my settings in camera right, I want to now do the fine-tuning of the light. So I'm just going to play with tilting this light back and forward to putting more light on the back wall or more light on the ground to see which lighting works best with this model. So my gut feeling is dark hair, maybe not have a dark background. So I'm just going to tilt this up higher. That's about right, perfect. I'll just bring that in a touch. This won't change my exposure because the light's still the same distance off the model. Then take a shot and you'll see it's completely different lit. So now I'm just going to try the opposite. That looked nice, it was a little bit dark on her face. So I'm going to do the complete opposite and roll it right down to there.
Wow, so far.
So, yep. Cool. A little bit fraction back. There, cool. Now I might lose a little bit of power. But this is just going to show me completely different look. So now that I've seen the three different lights, I now know that this was nice but a little bit too much on the floor. The up on the wall was a little bit too much. I'm just going halfway between.
And that depends absolutely on the model.
Every model's different.
Every model's different.
If it was blonde hair, that one down there would have been better because her hair would have stood off the wall. Okay. If she was very black hair, I'd most likely need to get this higher.
Cool. Nice.
Cool.
Impressive.
Then the very last thing is the easiest thing, and that's with me contrasting the picture. So I'm just going to take a shot to make sure I'm happy with the exposure and the look, and perfect. And now that I have this, now I find the light. So this is when I put in contrast. So just by taking one step, another step, and all I'm doing is each step I'm looking at the different contrast. That's nice. Let's see what we have here. If I shoot with the light behind, it'll be much softer. And that's the light, that's the best light.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Ahora que le hemos visto cómo montar todo el esquema, vamos a verle trabajar. Let's see your work, Peter. Bien, Peter ya está trabajando con Ana y la foto, como veis, ha salido de cámara ya impresionante. Con los pocos ajustes que le ha hecho en focus, el resultado ya era brutal. Pero lo más interesante de todo es ver cómo él trabaja con la modelo. Le está explicando cosas, hablando con ella, conectando con ella, creando un vínculo que hará que Ana se crea la foto al máximo nivel y ella va a trabajar al 100% para conseguir el mejor resultado de esta imagen. Esa es la mejor parte de Peter Coulson.
Yeah, it's pretty. So get back to it's all about your stunning eyes, gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful. That's really pretty. Beautiful, beautiful eyes, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Stunning, 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 stunning. That's really pretty, really pretty. Lean in a little bit. Cool, cool, beautiful, beautiful. That's really pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous, stunning. Keep moving, keep moving. Beautiful, there, there, there. Stunning. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, cool. That's really pretty. It's really pretty. Beautiful. Keep coming, keep coming. Beautiful. Drop your head up there. Lovely, lovely, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Stunning. It's really pretty. Beautiful. Keep moving, gorgeous. The quicker you move, the better. Cool. It's gorgeous, really pretty. Stunning. Yeah, they look awesome. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, some tough girl. Yeah, edgy. Yeah. Angelina Jolie. Yeah. Cool. Right. We call it sexy for women, not sexy for men. That's really pretty. Beautiful, beautiful. Cool. Beautiful. Just drift around. Gorgeous. Feel her eyes. Eyes. Pretty eyes. Come on, pretty. That's better. That's soft, 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 soft. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Stunning. That's really pretty. Really pretty. Yeah, we got it.
Great, Peter. Now we finished that small shooting. Thank you very much for it. What do you think? Are you happy with it? Happy with the results?
Yeah, it's beautiful pictures. I just had a quick look and yeah, that's just really pretty. It's,
Really nice.
again, beautiful eyes. And to work with someone for such a short time and get those,
It's amazing, yeah, it's incredible.
I'm really happy.
I really seen her like really into it, so I think the way that small talk you had with her at the beginning was really interesting, because then basically she was devoted to get the result, no?
Yeah, it's very important to have a connection with your subject.
So now that you say that, what do you think are the most important things that people have to take in account when working with models? Some advice from Peter Coulson.
The most important thing is most photographers have things back to front.
Okay.
So most photographers think the most important thing is focus, second most important thing is exposure, third most important thing is the subject.
Right.
That's not how it works.
That, yeah.
So we know exposure, we set the exposure, so we don't need to worry about that. Focus, some of the best photos in the world are out of focus. Who cares? This is the most important thing.
Yeah, if the photo hits you, no? If it says...
Yeah, it's, if you can make this beautiful, the photo will be beautiful. If you don't talk to the model, if you don't make her feel nice, put music on that makes her feel nice. It's the better she feels, the better she looks. And if you want her to feel pretty, look pretty, she has to feel pretty. If you want her to look like a woman, she has to feel like a woman. If you want her to be tough, she needs to feel tough.
Right. Yeah, definitely. She looks 10 years older than in the natural look, so she's feeling like
a woman. Yeah. Angelina Jolie.
Cool. Thank you very much, Peter.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Bien, pues ya habéis visto, Peter Coulson trabajando aquí en directo ha sido espectacular, hemos aprendido un mogollón de ello y nada, ya sabéis, si no queréis perderos ningún vídeo de los que publicamos, suscribiros al canal y nos vemos la semana que viene. Gracias por estar ahí.